there is peace, and they have no problem. That's all I can say for the time being. But as for the matter going forward, actually we hadn't informed him that we had also reported at the DCI for misuse of a cyber. But
Cliff,
mulikuwa mnaenda ndani, tulikuwa naongoja iwe Friday.
Sasa leo
ungelala ndani bro. Monday ungechukua pili, lakini na Christmas na unyime bond. But anyway,
yani mko tupangia hivyo,
ilikuwa imeenda mbali, but we have withdrawn. There is to the DCI guys, we have told them we are not interested in the matter anymore. I've asked Shadrack Wamboi to indicate that the matter is no longer going to court anymore. There are no threats about it, so he will be writing a letter to say that there is nothing going on. Hapo ndo tumeachia. We are not asking for costs and damages.
Where
life goes on, you know, you mend fences, and then maybe once he's done with school, he comes to my office and tells me, Cliff, nataka people. It's easier for me to even talk to him and say, please come, you want to learn something. Maybe like now we have been discussing quite a number of things in where we were about cases and all that, and he's got very sharp points, and he's intelligent and he's bright, and I think he'll make a very good criminal lawyer, I believe, honestly. So if he came to me and I remember that he did something wrong to me, or maybe we tulikosana mahali, it destroys the bridges. These are the bridges we need to mend. So when he comes to me now, we have no beef. He will come, we will talk, we will agree, we will see what to do. Life goes on.
Quick question.
Yes.
Wanaweka disclaimer pale mwanzo ya kipindi. Na hata akiongea nikasema cheza na disclaimer. Yeah, ingenisaidia leo
kusaidia, because you see what has happened. While you are bringing up the disclaimer and you're saying some of these things are not there in your show, when you allow something that probably is injurious to somebody else, the disclaimer does not help you. Why? It is being carried in your, can I say your system or your
platform.
Yeah. Your platform reach very many people. Him speaking by himself out there, it will not reach anybody. What is the what can I say? What is the vessel that is carrying it? Is yours. So sometimes it is important that you talk to the persons and tell them to send overboard and such kind of a thing. Sometimes it kills you. I have seen it, and I can give you an example of a case that is in California. That is why we believe that we had a case.
Okay.
Because there was a case that we saw in California whereby a person said his disclaimer, just like the way you were saying in the studio, weka a disclaimer. When you are speaking and saying weka a disclaimer, it is after the fact. The person has spoken, na amesema, then you say weka a disclaimer. It is after the fact, the damage is done. So you're running for cover, you're heading for the hills, you're trying to save yourself. It was a bad case for the other person.
So even because all of us here are digital media practitioners.
Yes.
So if I post something that someone has said about you, am I liable?
Yes, because you're publishing.
Hata kupeana chai, inaitwa kupeana chai.
Kupeana chai ndio baya sana. Kwanza, you see,
other TikTok.
If I say something and let me kwanza hiyo ndio iko mingi. Let us say, you say that this gentleman is a thief. And you say he's a thief. This lady comes and says, this guy is a thief. Obinna said. She has published it beyond what you did. She has carried it forward. Okay. Then the other person takes it and puts it. Ile na kuitonga mnaeka retweet na nini na nini. Believe me, each one of you has done it. But you see, somebody can't follow all of you because you could be in thousands. But tunakuja kwako bro, wewe ndio ulianza na hii story. And the other people will go without facts. Maybe you had facts. But in the meantime, wewe ndio tunashika. So ukipatikana Friday,
baga Monday. Okay. Thank you for the insight.
So actually publishing it, you see, like You have noticed that many times if you look at my Twitter account, somebody says something, kama huyo alisema something juicy. What the person say? Alisema ati Aoko would be akikufa pengine at we don't know how she will die, but telling him, be wise, how do you know she'll die? Are you sitting with people who know that she's going to die? Are you planning her death or something like that? You have started something which you are probably saying out of jest or imagining that such a thing can come, but you put it in paper and you put it in writing or you put it in some kind of documentation. It carries out.
If she happens to die,
number one, wewe ndio unachukuliwanga kwanza kwa hii Subaru.
Na ukiambia mtu utakufa vibaya wewe,
it is also bad because you see the thing is you're now misusing your platform here.
Okay.
Yeah. It is offensive. People are trying to say how can it be offensive, but the moment you say it, the person who gets that message becomes apprehensive and begins wondering. And you see, you've put that person out of comfort zone. And so that offends the person.
Okay.
So offense can be of different kind of strategies.
Okay.
You've seen people commit suicide.
Yeah.
Mwingine ametakiwa kwa platform, mwingine anafanya, mwingine anakuwa depressed, mwingine anakuwa hivyo, mwingine anakuwa wagonjwa, mwingine anapata heart attack.
Okay. Adrian, wacha nije hiyo side wakili.
Typically most people love to call me a law student, but I had graduated 2 weeks ago with an LLB. So right now I'm supposed to be referred as a lawyer. But for those who know the rigorous process for you to become an advocate, I'm still not yet an advocate because I've not gone for my 2 years at Kenya School of Law. So I'm still a law student as a name that most people like to call, but in our legal fraternity, we love to refer it as an advocate trainee. So I'm an advocate trainee at Kenya School of Law from 2026 to 2027. So the reason why we are here today is because I had received a very good invitation from Obinna, because Obinna is one person who gives platform for young upcoming people. And during that platform, we discussed a lot of things, and it would only be fair that in the legal fraternity, you cannot talk about lawyers without mentioning Cliff Omenda and Dunstan Omari. That's a praise, right? So while we mentioned the two things actually collided. While I was mentioning them, I was also mentioning a certain systemic problem in our judiciary. But you know, the issue of corruption is a systemic problem that is in every entity. That is one thing that we can all agree on. So when I say there is corruption at the judiciary, I'm not implying that it is being caused by these two individuals. So while I was talking about that, these two individuals are also coming up in my sentence. So these two individuals, I said that they know who to bribe. When I made that sentence, they know who to bribe, I did not mean that Dunstan Omari and Cliff Ombeta are going to bribe someone. I said they know. To know someone, to be acquainted of connection towards someone is not a crime. Because even the act of trying to bribe someone, you have to have a certain connection with someone, right? So my reference to that statement was to say that these individuals are well connected within the judiciary. So I was saying that in case someone, a criminal now, was intending to maybe bribe someone, it would be easier to get an individual who's well connected, but I did not mean that they're the one who are supposed to be doing that specific act. I hope that is clear. So the problem is, at first, Mr. Cliff had actually seen the statement and brushed it off because the discussion was within the legal Twitter, because we advocates also discuss about a lot of things. So it was not a big deal at first. But the problem is now that it became a big deal because the general public misunderstood that specific statement. They took it as a fact that Mr. Ombeta and Omari are actually involved in bribing judges or bribing magistrates, while that is not actually the case. So while Obinna called me that he had also received the same letter, I also felt for him because he had just given me the first opportunity on one of the biggest platforms. So I saw it fit that instead of raging on with the back and forth with wakilis, because we can never proceed with this case in court without Obinna also being mentioned. I cannot be sued without him not also being sued. At first, I was very apprehensive about apologizing, and I did not want to apologize. But it's because most of you people do not know that law is a very toxic career, because it is a career full of ego and superiority complex. So sometimes if you receive a letter from our wakili, you might have done something wrong, but you would not want to immediately accept, because the entire foundation of that career is based on superiority complex, for those people who can understand me. So I took this initiative to also just clarify anything and make sure that we can actually solve this particular matter. So as of right now, just like Mr. Ombeta has already said, we are actually friends. We have met before. It's just that I'm a junior right now, and I'm also looking forward one day to being like the individuals. So typically that's what happened during this time, but the conclusion and resolution of this is that I've apologized to them officially and taken full responsibility without prejudice of whatever had happened. So in case anyone has any question in regards to this particular matter, you can actually tell me, because I'm the major subject.
Hey, you're sure. For coming and also for shedding light. Now at least, guys, we know. Unajua hapa digital science in the future. Actually, we are the present and we are the future. And if we are not careful, we are going to build a very bad industry for the media space in the next 5-10 years. But we have to start with it. Before you publish something, confirm, is it true? Umesikia Obinna amefanya kitu fulani, hiki kitu ni ukweli, kuna evidence. Because ukipost, mnaweza post nyinyi wote, lakini wewe kila msema ni wewe, tutakujia tu. Sema ni wewe ulipost kwanza, ni wewe. Hao wengine nasema basi nani alipost milioni, nani amepost.
Actually, I can give you a very good example.
Yes.
The young
also for shedding light. Now at least, guys, we know. Unajua hapa digital science in the future. Actually, we are the present and we are the future. And if we are not careful, we are going to build a very bad industry for the media space in the next 5-10 years. But we have to start with it. Before you publish something, confirm, is it true? Umesikia Obinna amefanya kitu fulani, hiki kitu ni ukweli, kuna evidence. Because ukipost, mnaweza post nyinyi wote, lakini wewe kila msema ni wewe, tutakujia tu. Sema ni wewe ulipost kwanza, ni wewe. Hao wengine nasema basi nani alipost milioni, nani amepost.
Actually, I can give you a very good example.
Yes.
The young man who was arrested and akapatikana kwa njia, then was taken to court, kina Martha Karua representing him. I can't remember his name.
Young man alishikwa kwa njia?
Alishikwa, then they said he had disappeared, then he appeared in court.
The forced abduction.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Remember when he made that comment about going to State House and storming State House and all that, I wrote something there. I said, be wise. Remember that at the end of the day, wewe pekee utajipata, and this thing has gone viral. The same night the guy has been arrested, and social media was against me. Oh, wewe ndio ulimpeana, wewe ndio ulisema jini na nikasema no, I only cautioned him about it. But kumbe when he had said that, before even I tweeted, had been taken, and there was a record of an OB 3 hours earlier than that. So I even put that on Twitter, nikaonyesha hii actually ilianza mapema, but the advice I was giving the guy was that the person it has gone viral, but the person they'll come for ni wewe. And actually that's what happened. So ile ati wao amekuwa abducted na nini, I don't know how it went, whether it was true or not. I can't comment on that. But niliona ni kama anapewa passport ya safari.
Yes.
His
travel documents.
Yes.
Yeah, but now that's the way it happens. So let's be very vigilant on the things we post on our digital platforms. Everybody's listening to you guys. That tuna post too for the sake for views. Kwanza Facebook, there's a lot of fake stories on Facebook. Someone gets like a story like this, they'll have a lot of fake stories on Facebook because Facebook imekuwa monetized. So msana nataka that traction. Wacha niseme tu jina Obinna amefanya hivi na hivi na hivi, Cliff amefanya, nani amefanya. So let's be very careful on that one on the digital space. But also like to thank you guys and thank Mheshimiwa Sonko for making this possible, because yana alipiga tu simu akamwambia hey, tuongee mazee mambo madogo nini, and they listened and they came and somehow tumeshasameana hii story. Thank you very much and thank you guys for coming through as well. So tutasubiri alafu Mheshimiwa Sonko akuja pia mumpatie maswali moto moto ama ni aje.
ki black chocolate ni fine melanin bana kutoka nikapate. Kanapenda kenye mi wanapenda, so kanapenda toto chupa na haga nono.
Madam na kudai, umedunga mini na unapenda mangwai. Una dance fit, unawacha nikismile, ama niko high, jua lies, nice.